another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your crumpets together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling. Hello. Hey, hello. To all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, my tea leaf readers, my tea baggers, and my tea biscuits, honey. What's your tea? What is your tea, darling? It's another glorious day, my babies. And I'm here, you got all of your crumpets together because, darling, it's to dish tea, and you are dishing tea, darling. With Big Meat. What's up? What is up, babies? Oh, honey. It's been a long time since we've been here, right? Hold on. Yeah, we gotta hydrate, honey. Hydrate. What's happening? Listen, since the last time that we were here with you, we had some developments that came up. And one of the things that I would need for everybody to do when you guys get up in here, I want you guys to wish the birthday boy over here, the doctor, okay, the one and only, the minister, the hip hopper, the what, the big guy ally, my brother from another mother, honey, this here, the big red fellow over here. Y'all wish him a happy birthday. Bring him on up in here right there. Wish him a happy birthday. Y'all send him hearts and things and put in the comments, happy birthday, Big Red. We're going to do that throughout the entire show, okay? Y'all just make sure that y'all do that for moi, honey. His birthday was last Friday. He wasn't here last Friday because we were out celebrating him, darling. Out about having a good time. We ended up having an artist showcase where he was a judge. And baby, listen, some of them children that we ran, you know what? No, not some of them. All of them that they had on the Friday night show. The Friday night show had a really good array of artists. Okay, these independent artists, they came up, they had a wonderful product or whatever. You know, they were there to listen and to learn from people in the industry and carry it on so that they can perfect themselves, right? Wonderful time. But I'm gonna tell y'all like I know. Down here in the South of the Midwest, I came down here and took over because this damn thing wasn't nothing but Chicago and Detroit. Okay. Chicago and Detroit came up in here and wrecked the place to where Detroit, the very last motherfucker that was on the show, the very last person on the show came up after driving 13 hours because he just moved down here that very day, unpacked his car, and came up in this bitch, baby. When I tell you, he came and shut that damn thing down.
With a vengeance.
Down. Baby, it was, There was nothing else to do after that but to shut the bar down and go home. It was nothing else to do. And I'm glad that he was the last one because nobody could have followed him. Okay, there was nothing there that could have followed him. Okay, lovely, lovely time, honey. We had a wonderful time. Then we went to the after hours spot.
They turned out there for me.
Went to the after hours joint, child, honey. They turned out there, baby. Listen, that there, y'all know that's comical for me. Right. I go up in there, child, looking. Oh, I just had yeah, that was just comical for me. But I had to be there to support my brother and carry on, honey. So that was cute. Cute. And it was also my nephew's birthday because his birthday is 4 days before his dad's. So nephew just became legal. So we brought him along, right? Child, to watch his face. To watch his face, to watch his eyes bug out and carry on here and there. He was trying to be cool. But, you know, some things are out of his element, right? I mean, he can handle it, but, you know, it's really not his cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And child, he and I were having a good time together because, you know, his young self, you know, not blending and carrying on, and in my rainbow self, honey, not, you know. We was exchanging looks and carrying on throughout the night, there was a crisis. We had a bonding moment. But nonetheless, we had a ball. So now we're going to come here today, and tonight, darling, we are going to really get into a topic that has many different tentacles to it, honey. This particular octopus, baby, is going to sit down there. It's going to go all over the place, okay? But the crux of all of this stems to one particular question. And tonight we titled the show, Where is the Love?
Where is the love?
Okay, where is the love, honey?
What's happening, y'all? And it's also the title of the show is Fish Fry, because that's what we're doing, having a fish fry.
Okay. So
That's a play on words.
how about that? Okay, I was gonna let that be, but I'm gonna let that be.
I'm not.
He already started.
All I want to say is they don't really care about us.
Okay. So tonight, there's a few things that we're going to talk about. I want to bring this particular subject up, but I want to let it go a little bit because I don't know the entire backstory.
Mm.
You know, but you know, it done hit into the airways and carried on, and that this whole thing with Snoop, okay, and things, and it's something about that that's not necessarily sitting well with me, and all of that. But we'll get into that a little later. But tonight, what we want to do is the initial question or the root question of all of this is what has happened to traditional relationships? Okay, that's the question. What has happened to traditional relationships? Okay, and why are we asking that question? Well, a lot of times, you know, and especially in this culture that we're in now, where we're hearing everybody wants to be polyamorous, everybody, you know, the whole idea of having wedding vows and carrying on seems to be a thing of the past. You know, we are losing a lot of what we have all grown up to know to be quote unquote traditional values and things about running a household, running relationships, and carrying on.
All right.
And now that we are here, the question is, what has happened to tradition, and do we care about it? Does saying traditional relationship, is that now subjective now? You know, are we now having to define that or allowing folks to have their own definition of traditions? Are we allowing folks to create their own traditional this, that, and the other? What is that for us? And why is it that we are here? And for those of us who feel as though tradition shouldn't be lost or tradition is not gone, you know, who stand on the principles of this is how traditional family or layout should be, how do we navigate those waters, especially if you're single or coming out of a situation and trying to get back into the waters? Is it safe to get in the waters? It's, you know, this is where a lot of this is going.
Not at all.
Ooh. Okay. So this is the conversations, or the conversations, plural, that we're looking to have this evening, okay? And I want you guys, don't be afraid to weigh in or whatever. I want you guys to come through and to let your thoughts and stuff be known. And if you and don't be afraid, if you're someone who said, you know what, I am someone who is not necessarily traditional in the traditional sense or the old-fashioned sense, let's have that dialogue. Explain why not. Explain what that means to you.
There's definitely no right or wrong opinion.
Right.
There's no right or wrong answer to this. It's just exactly how you feel yourself and what do you have that can expressively help somebody else, because you feel the way you feel, and there's another million people that feel the way you feel.
Right.
You understand? So
right.
some of us share stuff with each other, but they don't want to speak up until they hear another one of their own speaking. So this right here is something that's not going to just help you, myself, Big Meat. It's going to help the world. Mm-hmm. So it's okay. This platform is wide open, and there are no judgmental spaces here.
Exactly. Exactly. And especially because I am non-traditionally traditional, if that makes sense. Okay. I'll explain it as we go along. Okay.
I hope so.
I'll explain that as we go along. All right.
I just jump on a small bus.
So let's get into it. Okay, let's get into it. First, I want to do this video first. Okay, and here I think is something that I found to be so darling, and I found this to be very interesting. And I want y'all to pay attention to the young man in this. Okay.
Taught you how to be like this.
My daddy taught me. Good job.
You gonna get me out?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't open that door.
Mama, sorry. You got it?
Yeah.
Let me help you?
It's my fault.
I just wanted to help you.
I'm okay. I just want you to be helpful and strong. I gotta get my keys. I'm gonna open it for you.
Oh, look at you.
Bro, I said I will come back to get that key.
I can't get the packages?
No, just get back in the car and I'm gonna
Walk with you?
Yeah. Get up in there.
Thank you, Prince. I'm sorry.
Queen, competition.
I want to do it, right?
No, I gotta let me do it. You first. Do not do it.
What?
Do not do it. Come back and get these.
You gonna come back and get those?
Yeah.
Who taught you how to be like this?
My daddy taught me.
Your daddy taught you? Look, he opened the door for you.
Thank you.
2 hands full.
Get off the door and go. Million times. You mess it up. I'm not messing up. You mess it up. I keep telling you, stop touching the doors. You keep touching the doors.
I see, you ain't gotta go that hard. Why
And I keep telling you, stop touching it. You keep touching it. Because I'm a man, you're not a man. You're a lady.
Okay, come on now. Come on. I thought that was so darling. Okay.
Well, I ain't gonna use that word, but that was dope. Yeah.
I thought that was so darling. And here's where it is, children. Let's go here, because I've been sharing this with folks, and I would bet Dr. Donuts, child, that one of the things that this young man's father has instilled in him is that when I'm not there, you take care of your mother.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know. Shout out to my brother because I know my brother did just with his boys. Okay. That was the thing, right? He was teaching them how to care for a woman. You know, you open the door. You know, you carry the packages and things. You know, all of that. You know, you treat her with the royal status that you claim she is.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And what I also found to be frustrating, I mean, not frustrating, darling, but is the baby's frustration. Because remember how, you know, he would correct his mom, you keep touching the dough. You're messing this up. You know, you're not supposed to touch the dough. Let me do that, right? And I was laughing when I first saw it, but then it has such a deeper meaning. And ladies, I want you guys to go, I want y'all to go here with me. Because this is this little boy, or I'm gonna call him a king in training. I don't want to call him necessarily a prince. I'm gonna call him a king in training. Okay. And what ended up happening in that frustrating moment is it spelled out what men go through with dealing with grown-ass women, and y'all want to neck roll, and you come to saying when we address the idea that chivalry is dead. Because y'all won't let a man do what men are wired to do. Men are wired. We have been raised to allow the woman to enter the door first, to hold, you know, and then even as a gay man, I still do this. Okay. I did it. Hell, Friday night. Okay. I held the car door open for the young lady and carrying on and this, that, and then she it kind of stunned her for me. And I said, no, baby, give me the car, you know, and carried on and closed the door and this, that, and that. Because she came, you know, she was stepping out. You know, she had her high heels on and carried on and she was pripping and
That didn't count. She ratchet. Didn't nobody open the door for her.
Don't fuck up the point. Okay. Don't fuck up the point.
Yeah, she was shocked.
Okay.
Of course I'm shocked. I'm from the hood. Nobody ever opened the door.
See, I told y'all that they got tentacles out here. We're going to get to that part of it in a minute, okay? Okay. But nonetheless, the point is that even as a gay man, you know, that there is something that I have been taught. And then now coming from a rainbow perspective, I enjoy doing it for girls, especially when she's smoking and she's letting the have and serve it. Oh, please.
Well, I am gonna give. I had to give credit where credit is due. She did jump sexy.
Okay.
Yeah.
When they smoking and baby shit. It's like me doing that for her, like being her cheerleader. Now that's as a gay man talking, but as a man, period, it is the ultimate compliment. Girl, you know, at this particular point, you don't need to open up the door. Hell, the door should have flung open for you because you're so fine and you do it, or you got your thing working. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be that kind of reaction, or at least that kind of feel or whatever, to have you in the space of, hey, you know, I'm cool. I'm all right. I told you know, a long time ago, we had covered something, and I was telling you guys that was the pride and joy of a man on the weekends. A man work hard or whatever, you know, he comes spend his money. Y'all put your glad rags on to go out. Why? Because the man wanted to take his lady out, you know, to show the world, you know, I work hard, but this is what I work hard for. You know, got her looking good. You got your fro together. I'm talking 70s, so this is back in the day.
I was going to say, because then came cell phones.
Right.
And that's the date for the weekend for the women.
Okay. So, you know, it was status. It was to go show off and carry on. You going out became an event. You know, when we went out to go dancing, I was going out dancing with my man. You know, I wasn't going out looking to go dance with 15 other people because I came with a man to dance with. You know what I'm saying? This is our moment. This is our time. And, you know, you get to oogle and ogle me and carry on. You get to go show me off to the world and things of that nature because it was all of that. And then the flip side of the coin was she gets to sit up there and say, "This is what who my man is." I'm on his arm, but look at who's okay. Look at who I'm standing by, honey. I don't mind being this because this is the king, honey. Look how dapper he is. I learned that from my mother, God. Y'all heard me say this a lot of times. When my mother used to go shopping, my mother went shopping for all of us, and my mother used to dress my daddy. Ooh, baby. When Larry and Lorraine will go out, that.
Well, you know what? Me.
Go ahead.
The last thing that a man or woman should have to deal with is I'm like this. A man shouldn't have to ask how I look. She should be volunteering that information.
And right there. Hello.
But women will refuse. It's like that's another mark up under submission, and they think submission got something to do with slavery, and it has nothing to do with slavery.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with obedience and all that mess that they got going on in their little bitty brain. But at the end of the day, if you're telling that man how good he look, if you're showing any of that man any type of desirables, initiating intimacy, rubbing it, walking up, rub, where it hurts at, touch him there, rub, without him asking. He shouldn't have to ask you nothing. Do he come ask you, do the light need to be checked?
Mm.
Hey, do I need to pay the light bill?
Mm.
Do I need to pay the mortgage?
Mm.
No, he don't ask you nothing. He just do it.
Mm.
So if you want to learn something, quit asking your friends that's running through men or don't have a man, and look at what your man doing and just reciprocate. So,
wow. Okay, come on. Let me backtrack a little bit. I want to go right there with telling a man how fine he is. Okay. I know we live in a world, and I know that machismo thing is a little that way. Okay. However, when it's from the heart and it's from the person who he wanted to come from, it is well received.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you hear me? Did you hear what I said?
We gotta take a break.
Want to take a break?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. All right, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. What the thing? Okay, hold on. Let me take a quick little break. I'll explain in a moment, honey. Yeah, which one should I go to? I'm going to. Oh, we'll do this one. I'll be right back, y'all. Hold on.
Okay, black on. Get into it. Black on. Look at that David Ford right there. That's his thing. Black on. He don't know Tom. Look at that David Ford. That's his thing. He don't know Tom. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, I can't see the demons. I can't see the demons, but I can see the light.
We are creating black luxury across this country.
Be bold, be unique, be the T with a unique body oil fragrance from the Sensuality Fragrance Collection. The Sensuality Collection embodies a unique array of customized original scents created by Big Meech. Indulge yourself in such fragrances as eye candy, foreplay, anticipation, shower fresh, naked beauty, or pay homage to the motherland and choose an oil from our exclusive Wakanda collection. Over 17 different scents that will tantalize your senses. Order yours today. Log on to www.dishingtea.com for more information. Because remember, it's all about the tea. Sensuality, that is.
All right, y'all, I'm back. All right, had to take care of something, honey, that we knew was going to happen once we got started. So, okay, we're back.
I forgot.
Okay. No, the message didn't come in, and it came in right as he's sitting up there asking questions. I'm like, I don't know. So we're here. So now, going back to understanding this whole thing with women having to let your man know how well he looks, how fine he looks. You know, when he's putting on his clothes or whatever, a man likes to be complimented. And like I said, oftentimes we know that male machismo thing, you know, where, you know, it sounds too prissy or whatever, you know. But a man will receive it when it's coming from the person he wants to hear it from.
Exactly.
I'm going to say that again.
Everybody can't talk to him like that.
Right. It is well received from the person that the man wants to hear it from. It don't go over well coming from just any and everybody else. As a matter of fact, it does not go over. Okay. One example, I'm gonna put myself in this. Y'all know how I talk. You know, I'm baby child, honey, and you know, I'm one of those kind of people. Okay. I can't do that with everybody, especially when folks first meet me. And over time, as they learn me, then it becomes, you know, oh, that's just me. In the beginning, while they're learning me, honey, there have been multiple times before they're like, what the fuck is baby? Who the fuck is that baby? And I'm like, oh shit, you know. And he didn't mean it like that. Because I've had some folks who got upset about it, you know, and this and that. And I'm like, you know, it's you know, they had to learn my vernacular. At the same time of learning my vernacular, I too had to learn them. Okay? Certain things you just don't say, right? We do this, and this here is across orientations, because like with my girlfriends or whatever, you know, all my gay girls, my sister friends or whatever, I call them girl, and it's not a girl by, you know, but we teach the gay children, you don't call no man a girl. Okay, you don't call no man a girl. Period. So even in gay world, you know, those who are the more masculine appearing and carrying on, you know, staunch, very masculine men, we don't address them as girls. Okay, unless and if you do, that means you want to fight because you're trying to prove a point, right? So same here. It is well received when he wants to hear it from the person he wants to hear it from. And women, it is okay to sit up there and tell your man how fine he looking carrying on, especially he done got out the shower, he's got to smell good on or whatever. Damn, daddy, just step back and let me look at you.
Right.
You know, damn, we better go do this. You know, we better do this, baby. Look at my man. Okay. And what joy and what pride do you have when you walk out the door and you know your man looking good?
True that.
Huh? What did that do for you? Okay, it all comes down to you anyway, right? And I know I'm being sarcastic with that, a little shady, because you want the night to be about you anyway. But what does that do to your pride and to your whole countenance when you realize that, damn, he look good? Okay, how does that do with you? For you, when you know he looks so good, you know damn well you're gonna give him some when y'all get home. How well is that when you are marinating in the fact that damn he looks so motherfucking good. Oh, I can't wait till we get back home. What did that do for you? And here's the tea. When you start marinating like that, he knows that. Because y'all are in synergy with each other. You see what I mean? Y'all are in sync. So if you're doing that to him and for him, he's doing that to you and for you. What the hell do you think your evening is going to be about?
Only, I mean, that's only if you all are in sync or in unity.
Well, you're right.
If you're not in a polyelectronic relationship, yeah.
Did you say polyelectronic? I mean, it's you know what? You can tell when he don't like shit. You can tell when he don't like shit, baby, because he will just tear the shit all the way down. Okay, polyelectronic. Okay, but in all of that, and he's right, because this here, and here's a caveat. Let me put the caveat up in here. It works when it's genuine. It works when it's from the heart. It don't work when you're hoeing. It don't work when you're tricking. It don't work when you're sleeping. What do you mean by that, Meech? You know motherfucking well what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
You know when you only doing it for stunts and shows.
Like heart. Good morning. Love you too. Oh, here you come. Talk to you later.
Okay. You know when you are doing something simply because either you got a coin, you're expecting a coin, okay, or you're trying to go through the motions because you think you get somebody wrapped around their finger. You want me to keep going?
You got a point there. But, let's talk about the same subject matter, same area. And did you notice, let's take the word of the item battery.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk with something, young ladies of the world. I'm sorry, Max, that's the wrong moment. Let's talk about battery. Too much battery in an electric glizzy. Or too much battery in a beautiful flower that go buzz.
You make me sick.
Or too much battery in the butterflies and the dolphins of the world. Battery will destroy your relationship. Because battery will replace you. Battery will destroy your relationship because after battery replace you, then the husband catches the battery.
Shut up, fool.
So to avoid these batteries, right? You have to take the alkalinity out of your relationship. Okay? Unplug the shrug. I just think that we need to think a little better when it comes to our relationships. You know, yes, it may have been electrifying during the doggone dating series. Does not mean that you have to add electricity to it down the line in a relationship. Remember when y'all first saw each other, y'all saw eyeballs, they crossed paths, and there was a spark. There was no batteries. You have to go back and find what sparked that. Okay, it wasn't no dolphin, it wasn't no butterfly, wasn't no rose, wasn't no brontosaurus glizzies, none of that.
You got the brontosaurus glizzy.
Stop it. But the point I'm trying to make is you all will allow something as simple as an object. It don't even have to be a person. God forbid it would become a person, because sometimes the objects will doggone intervene because the person is using that object to communicate with you.
Okay.
How are you so entertained electronically when the flesh is in the same room with you? So that means one or two things. You were never really interested on that level with the flesh that's among you. It was all about what you can gain, use, and get. Or your DNA is just slut positive. You know what I'm saying?
Slut positive.
You got a bad case of I can't help it. And the only cure is the next glizzy. I mean, unfortunately, there are people that walk this earth like that, on the search, the glizzy hunters.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm telling you, they are glizzy dizzy. Sometimes you'll shake hands with the person that's attached to the glizzy that they messing with.
Well,
But that's neither here nor there. People get shot every day.
wait, Tracy? What? Wait, Tracy. Tell a story, because Tracy.
But I just want to, you know what I'm saying? Tell the truth, shame the devil. Okay? If you're not happy, right, at the butcher that you shopping at,
Well.
okay, and you decide to go to Food Depot because they got those throwback meats in the back.
Well.
If you decide, you just say, hey, I no longer want a premium cut of meat. I want to go over here to Trash Island and get me, a 2-day-old, you know what I'm saying, glizzy. You know, that's fine. That's fine, but just know this. Where your digestive tract was great and everything was perfectly in motion, over there, you're going to have gas and constipation forever because of that glizzy you just touched. Because there's a lot of people touching that glizzy.
Oh.
So.
Not your DHOs.
No, and it's definitely not grass fed, you know, because the grass ain't green. So.
You know what? Wait a minute. Let me go. Let me go here. I need to do something.
And Tracy, you are absolutely right. Jezebel spirit.
Okay. Lord. Wait a minute. I want to do this. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to do this at the top of the show, but we done got into this, and I want to make sure that we kind of set this up just a little bit, okay? So, let's go there. Let's go there, because you're hitting on something.
We're on the truth.
That is a little that way.
They should have a group on Facebook,
Uh-huh.
Busy Meisters. They should have their own group. That way you can go on there and know who not to date.
Mm. The question becomes, is it dating?
You know what? That is an excellent question because dating, courtship,
Yes.
intimate connections,
Yeah.
overall communication
Yeah.
went to hell in a damn handbasket. Like, did somebody set fire to it?
Well, here's where it is. Dating, listen, I heard this years ago, and when I heard it, it set the tone because I know in my community, on the rainbow side of the tracks, honey, dating is not necessarily dating, okay? And date has become an acronym. It's no longer a word, it's an acronym. D-A-T-E. Dick at
We done?
I'll say it one more time for the hearing you. D-A-T-E. Dick at the end. Okay. So oftentimes, and when we're dealing in my community, the date is not successful. It's not a success unless there was sex at the end. Okay. However, the art forms, and I said this in my book, Awakenings and Epiphanies along the Spiritual Journey. The art forms of intimacy and courtship are lost. They're gone because a lot of us have accepted sex when we want intimacy. Okay. A lot of us don't know how to be intimate anymore because oftentimes it requires silence. It requires nonverbal communication, and nonverbal communication often get misconstrued as, oh, you're not bothered at one sex. And so we end up accepting the sex. And when it's all said and done, that's not what we wanted. You wanted to be held. You wanted maybe a little heavy petting, but not necessarily intercourse and carrying on. You wanted to be there in the space. I wanted to go and carry on. I want to have the butterflies in my stomach because I'm enjoying your presence. I want to be there to I want to be able to get up and say, are you hungry? All of that. I want to be able to, understand that the color of your eyes changes when the weather blows or whatever. Because your eyes do that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to understand that your favorite program comes on at 9:00, and I know you like to watch that with a cold beer and uninterrupted. You know what I'm saying? I know that I can put your phone and turn your phone over, so that you don't see the text messages or whatever pop up, because you want to be uninterrupted with your program. I know that for as far as our play is concerned, if you're sitting in the chair, you like the fact that I can come and sit down at your feet like a cat and just curl up under your feet. Sure. I'm saying it again. It's the little things because I pay attention. You see what I'm saying? Those are the kinds of things that folks they lose. Okay, as far as courtship is concerned, courtship is being able to. I know that we're going to go out. I know that in this I can find ways that can entertain you without necessarily having to break the bank or whatever. I don't have to go through your pockets all the time, in order to have something to do. I realize that some of your hobbies, this, that, and the other, I'm willing to sacrifice, something to do something that you like. It's not always about you got to do everything that I like. You know what I mean? is understanding that this is the part where I'm getting to know you. Fortunate is when I get to know what turns you on, what ticks you off. You know, this is the part where we get to understand how I get to watch how you put your outfits together. I get to watch how you come a coordinator with it. You know, because I get to learn you as a person. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be in the bedroom with you at this particular point to get there. I want to see the surprise. I'll get dressed over here to get and we will, you know, meet up in the living room, whatever, and do the reveal. You see what I'm saying? Or because I'm at my place and you're at your place, honey, I know how you are a stickler for time. So I want to be ready maybe 30 minutes early than what you say how you want to come and pick me up. If I'm expecting you at 7 o'clock, then I need to be ready at 6:30 because knowing you're going to pull up at 6:45. Okay. That kind of stuff. Okay. It's that. And we lost that. Why? Because we got all this. You still need to kind of get dressed to where you up in your phone trying to make sure this is right. Oh, no, that picture don't look right. Okay, give me a minute. Hold on, baby. I gotta get you this. You still need to do that. Okay. You still need to trying to make sure. What?
I ain't gonna play.
Oh yeah.
Check this out. I saw this particular thing. I said I was gonna bring it up at this point.
Uh-huh.
It was a young lady asked, right?
Right.
All that taking the pictures, tongue out, looking your tongue out, all that, right?
Right.
Okay. These are my women that's in monogamous relationships in marriage.
Uh-huh.
Why do you do that if you're not seeking attention from another man? Now, what happened immediately because of the No Accountability Act in their bloodline, right? How can I say this? Immediately, a woman said, "No, that's not true." Blah 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 blah. So as soon as she said it's not true, he said, "Stop." He said, "So how about we do this? Go to your social media and unfriend and disconnect with every male in your social media, except for your husband or significant other that's supposed to be your best friend, male friend, right? But every man in there, just disconnect from them, and then continue to go ahead and do it." Immediately, she went to the controlling button. Why did that become controlling as soon as you was removing the other element of men? Because a woman always want to keep $20 in her sock. No matter what the situation is. The entertainment on there is to keep one in the bucket.
Not the sock drawer.
You always got to keep one in your back pocket. So how can you ever say you was all in with the one in front of you?
Okay, so that becomes a bigger question.
Right, like how can you even, you don't have the space to make that man feel like he the one.
Right.
So what she said, and I thought, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I stood up in my living room and started clapping for the brother when he said stop and told her to remove all the men, and her whole demeanor changed.
Right.
But you so faithful and adamant to your man.
Right.
Oh, my man. Get rid of all the men in your social media and continue to doggone take all the glamour shots you want. Right. That's controlling. Oh my God, that sounds like narcissistic behavior. But you know what? They learned that word in 2025 and they done wore the wheels off of it and don't know the definition.
Narcissistic behavior on whose part. It can't be narcissistic on the guy's part. He's saying, listen, and he's throwing you your words.
Yeah.
You said,
Right.
you said, oh, this ain't got nothing to do with them. This is all about me.
Right.
So I'm doing this for me.
It's me liking and hitting the hearts.
Now, if it's all about you, then let's do an experiment. Are you in a relationship? Yes. Okay. Then outside of your man, who you probably ain't friends with on the damn social media. That's out there.
That's the first thing they do. When the slut DNA kick in, the first thing they do is make sure you can't see none of that.
Right. Because now you got a separate page or the secret pages and this, that, and the other. Okay, all right, go there yet.
I know, it's a whole ages. Go ahead.
Okay. So he, through your words, and said, okay, if that's the case, then unfriend all the guys. Because that's your girlfriend still, because it's you and the girls, right? There's you and the girls, honey. Okay, girl, you like this outfit, girl? I know, I'm sorry, they ain't a girl, ain't a girl, ain't a girl. Okay.
No, because you're trying to see how many hearts and likes you get, and then how many you can. Oh, he hearted me.
Right.
Let me inbox him.
Slide in the DM. Slide in the DM. Okay. Now, let me go back here because I want to round this back. Come back to what happened to traditional relationships. Okay. Traditionally speaking,
they had defects. Go ahead.
Traditionally speaking, you know, now Red and I come from an era where it was apropos for a young man to go over to talk to a young lady. If you want to take her out, date her, you know, this, that, and that. Even if you want to come over to sit with her.
Yep.
It was, number one, it was a respect thing. Okay, because I'm a man coming to another man's house. Okay, even in my youth, you understand? I want you to catch that. Even in my youth, and as a young teenager, young boy, whatever, I'm still seeing, you know, I'm acting in a way that men would act. So as a man or a male going to another male's house, okay, it was an act of respect. I want to talk to you, not the wife, but the mother. Talk to the father.
Talk to the head, not the neck.
Okay. Then it was about asking permission because she's not an adult and she's up under his care. She's living in the house. She's up under his rule of law. And so in order for me to get the permission, I have to understand what goes on in this household and how to make sure that my actions are going to align with what goes on in this house. Does that make sense? We come from that particular era. Okay. Now, a lot of y'all who may be younger and carrying on, y'all see this in the movies all the time. Y'all watched Bad Boys that carrying on how Will and Martin went up to and scared the boy. Yeah, you don't do that. Don't, you know, embarrassing the girl or whatever because they put the fear of God and the boy come to the with the guns and all that. Yeah, that's a big thing. It's a big physical contest. All day, men would do that to intimidate other men, to intimidate boys, because men were that age at one point. So we know what the hell is on your mind, and it's all of that. Okay, and I want to keep my baby as pure as possible. Okay,
I'm gonna get kicked at the bucket.
Right. Okay.
You remember what you did to her mama?
How about that? Okay. So in that's the era. But now, when number one, let's go here. When fathers are not in the home, when fathers are not sought after for approval, you know, for a young lady, you know, when she's ready to court or whatever to see God, his opinion is not sought after. Okay. Number three, when we have young men who the elders have taught these young men how to be pimps, ballers, and star callers versus gentlemen and carrying on and how to assess the situation.
Right.
See, here's one thing. Listen. It's one thing to sit there and say, let me put you up on game. And we got all the ins and outs and how to throw a little line and get your rap shit together. That's a whole different thing because that's grooming you in order to get your game together, And then we can accept you. You're not the hustler type or whatever. That ain't your bag. You ain't in the streets like that. You need to X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? But those who are in the streets, it's like, okay, nigga, you know what? You need to calm your ass down and da. Yeah, bada boom. We had that with Red and I did. Y'all don't. That's probably our fault. But y'all don't. Okay? Because what we get, what y'all seem to get, and it's reinforced in the music and carried on, y'all get the whole idea that y'all supposed to have this whole plethora of a harem of girls. You're supposed to be a pimp baller shot caller. You broke as hell, and I'm gonna get on that in a second. You broke as hell. Okay. And on top of being broke, you should appear pimping the girls that you with because all of them on food stamps or got their little government check come in or whatever the case may be. And so you go over here to Betty G's house and you sit up there and you think because you swinging good dick, okay, you got her on and iron and carrying on. She gonna sit up there and buy you the Jordan and things that she should have been buying the babies, but because you done came over there and dipped her down right and gave her the little crying out.
Okay. Rule 1.
What?
You only imitate the atmosphere.
Well, there we go.
You see Mama buying doggone Uncle Ray Ray and Uncle Billy.
Ooh, see you got okay.
And they come over there, they got fresh outfits, fresh gym shoes on. Your mama bought that stuff.
Exactly.
So you looking at it like, okay. So when you hit the streets,
exactly,
you're gonna make sure whoever you messing with gonna buy you the same stuff.
Exactly.
Right? It's an energy that just keeps repeating itself and repeating itself. And like when you just said, well, we take the blame for some of that. I'm gonna tell you something that I did because I did wear that. I did take that blame for a minute. But when I got myself, I put myself in a position, there's at least 6 young men out here that I know of personally that are happily married with careers, wife with careers, children, the whole 9 yards. And they see me all the time and they pay homage to me because I'm the one that coached them out.
That's so deceived.
None of them are blood relation.
And you are living by. That's the big one. Let's get here. Let's go here, children. Let's go here. We cannot sit up here and be all talk and don't live by the example of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And people swear they know me, right?
Okay.
People swear they know me. He's the DJ guy. He's in those streets and girls. Shut up and pray about it.
Right. That there, and then let me add this though. Let me add this to it as well. What we also do is you don't give the benefit of the doubt that someone has changed. When someone has presented themselves differently, you see that they're not the person that they used to be. They're not in the streets like that anymore. Whatever the case may be, they walk differently and carrying on. They on a different set of life. They got out of some shit. Why is it that you feel as though you're supposed to drag them back, or you always take them? Remember when? And it's like, okay, what a prime example of that is. Let's use Tina Turner. How many times have you watched an interview with Tina Turner? And she got all this stuff going on with her now, and everybody want to take her back to what she was like. Yep. Everybody want to talk about when she was getting her ass whooped and all that shit. Okay, nobody, and I swear I wanted to do this when I had the opportunity to meet her. I was going to go back, but I wanted to go back to a time and talk about Anne Margaret.
Mm.
Anne Margaret was the woman who was her idol, and Anne Margaret was the one that helped her recreate her life after Ireland. When she left IT, we want to go back. You always want to go back to the gruesome stuff. Now, can we go back to your Anne Margaret days? You were getting equipment and what that was for you, and how you were building yourself up. How did Anne, instill in you? What was that? So we can see her look at, okay, I'm rebuilding myself. I'm doing this. I'm going for that part. Why you gotta take me all the way back to the bullshit? Nah.
Well, didn't you just hear me say a couple weeks ago that BS is easier for the Afro-American mind to digest?
Yes.
They will know the truth about the greatness in you, but will cling to the BS.
Yes.
And it is amazing how you can look at somebody that knows better.
Right.
And
Right.
they still want to question and cling to the BS.
Exactly.
You know how that makes a person feel. You looking at them, they know you're not you are trying to say you are. It's amazing, brother. If y'all knew better, you'd do better.
That's it. That's it. Let me go to some of these comments up in here. And that there is I use Tina Turner in this as a prime example because oftentimes, as I said, we always want to go all the way back and not enjoy who I have become. I know in an interview, she said herself, when she looked at old footage of doing comments, she said, "Oh yeah, well we changed that. I changed that. I don't stand that way anymore. We do because we there's growth. Okay, there's growth, and this and the other, And we as a human being, as a species, we would not allow folks to have growth and to have this. And let me tell you something. And I say it's good.
If you're evolving is good, they don't want that.
They don't want it. 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 Okay. And the sad part, what's even sadder, is when some of the people who don't want it are people who you had in the circle.
People you done had in your life.
In your life.
You know what get me?
Great.
You know what pissed me off? When a person tells you how you feel or what you're concerned or what you care about in their life. You know when somebody come out their mouth and say, "Oh, you probably don't care about what I got going on."
Right.
So why did you have that conversation by yourself?
Right.
Since you got all the answers.
Right. Okay. So again, we're talking about what happened to the traditional relationship. Okay. And is tradition, is that word now subjective? Let me go I'm gonna go all the way back up there and start, because I didn't read none of these comments. We're coming back. We got who? Hey, Chris says happy birthday. Okay.
Chris, what's happening?
Okay. Hey, Rose, what's going on, baby?
Rose.
Okay. What you say? Break up, get together, break up, get together, break up, and get with somebody else over and over. As we have sex before we even know each other. Is and having babies. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't take care of them just because they're babies. Get with multiple people and have children just because we're in love or horny. The whole thing is a big joke to me. Okay. That's Groove talking, honey. Okay, hey Trace. Okay, Trace came up in here and did that. We didn't talk about it. That was the Jezebel spirit.
Absolutely.
Okay, the Jezebel spirit.
Absolutely.
Dick at the end is why I'll never date again. It's disgusting and violating as far as I'm concerned. Oh, okay. Okay. See, me, that's the power. People forget when getting to know people, they need to remember those things instead of sex all the time. And that don't Nobody. You know, say that. Say that. Right. Let's go right there, because girl, you said something right there. If you think that your tongue tricks and this, that, and the other is gonna keep you there, baby, listen, I was told this by somebody, and that there is sex is like a disposable razors. Eventually you're gonna have to throw it away.
Well,
okay.
You know, I always came up with this. Sex comes with a parting gift. Whether it's something you keep for life or something you need to clean yourself up with.
Ooh.
Either way it goes, you leave.
Hey. Okay. Freak for the other man and get limitations for the man at home.
Play it again.
I'll repeat it one more time. Freak for the other man and got limitations for the man at home.
Boy, that is $1 million question. You don't want a doggone snap your neck like Busta Rhymes.
Right.
Or do the Tootsie Roll.
Right.
At home for the person that give you lobster and filet mignon. But the nigga that buy you crystals.
Oh, not crystals.
You want to stand on your head.
Did you say crystals?
Yeah.
Oh, not a sack of tea.
2 glizzy rolls for QT and a frosty. And you doing everything you should be doing at home. What is that?
What you know, fantasy. It's all fantasy. It is all role play. It is all about trying to have escapism. It's all of that wrapped up into insecurity and wrapped up into a lie of I don't want to be here. And that's the truth that a lot of folks do not either internalize or they're not honest with themselves about it. I don't want to be here. But what keeps you there is that you're comfortable. You're comfortable with all of the amenities that's there. Okay. You're comfortable with the fact that I got a roof over my head, the utilities are on, the refrigerator is always full. You're comfortable with that because you're not struggling. But you don't want to be there because why? Whatever that is. And you know, if you do anything to leave, all of that becomes your responsibility. For those of you with children, and y'all always looking for a goddamn baby daddy for your kids. Cool. Okay. You find somebody that sits up and take care of you and your baby. Okay. But that's the one who you want to make you keep him as the constant. You know, you put a couple of little chunk tricks on and carry it on and make sure that he understands, you know, his place and things. That as long as everything is on and popping, and then he not fell in love with children, see. His routine is, I'm in love with you so much to where your kids are an extension of you. So now I done got invested in their lives. I done got invested in their homework and their studies and what they want to do with, what they want to be in the world. We done got invested in their college fund or just that. We got invested in the kids. And you weaponize that because you know that's your stronghold. So now that he done got involved with the children, see, you mad because now too much attention is going to the kids and not to you.
All right, public service announcement.
Dust and bone, storm in my quiet sky. Now I'm searching for a love that won't lie. You're just a shadow and I'm working. On the other side, your seas, but the storm's rising.
All right.
All right.
What I'm trying to tell y'all, don't waste nobody's time. If you know you don't want to be there, I don't care how comfortable that man has made you or is making you. Please, by all means, move, Trick. Get out the way. Get out the way, Trick. Get out the way.
Do the moment that do it directly in the camera. Directly in the camera.
Move, Trick. Get out the way. Get out the way, Trick. Get out the way. Move. Come on, man.
Okay, right. Okay.
Don't waste nobody's time. Bro, you can't get that back. You done bust a bag on you, and you sitting around here entertaining somebody who got somebody or somebody.
Mm.
Got kids you don't know nothing about.
Mm.
And got this other lolly popping, glizzy hopping. What?
Mm.
Oh my God. Looking for a reason to bust up a season that was never over.
Okay.
You all
Mm.
are self-inflicted nonsense.
Self-inflicted nonsense. Self-inflicted. Which song, Brew? Can you give me the name of that song? That's Skin by
That's mine.
the one and only.
Groove, that's me, baby. That's me all day.
Okay, the grass ain't green though. That's the name of it.
I have not released it yet, Groove.
Okay. So now, as we continue on this particular journey, let me go here. I'm going to play this other video. Okay. Let me turn it back up a minute. And I'm going to play this other video because he speaks something, but just listen. Okay.
Can you imagine the amount of loneliness a lot of heterosexual men feel, especially in their marriages? Which is very ironic considering the fact that marriage is supposed to be family, partnership. You're supposed to be married to your best friend, someone with whom you are able to communicate as honestly and vulnerably as possible. But yet, you feel so lonely. Like I've mentioned before, there is no brotherhood in America, and my intuition tells me that there's no real sisterhood either. You might be blessed and lucky enough to have a pocket of people, chosen family, or even your own blood family with whom you're able to be 1 + 1 = 1. But there's no sense of complete solidarity between men in America, not black, not white, nothing. Imagine being a man, especially a minority, who has all kinds of generational trauma, personal trauma, childhood trauma that you've not healed from, you don't know how to let go. You can't talk to your wife about these things because from society's perspective, you're supposed to be the protector, the provider, you're supposed to be the man. You can't even talk to your so-called friends about it because all these men are all too busy wearing all kinds of makeup. Real man, just a bunch of ifulifuism. A lot of times, especially us minorities, we come from broken families, so you can't even talk to your families because a lot of times, parents and siblings, especially parents, are the root cause of what you need to heal from. A lot of times you don't feel comfortable going to church because we all know a lot of these churches is just nonsense and rubbish. We thank God. A lot of us minorities, black people, especially African immigrants, we don't even believe in therapy. And honestly, I can't blame a lot of Africans who don't believe in therapy because especially living in America, everything has been so commodified because of capitalism. You're just sitting there speaking English with Oyibo that can't even begin to understand your reality. We thank God. Perhaps fate is nice enough to put you in contact with another man who happens to be gay or bisexual, but then your insecurity or your intuition is telling you that this gay man is being nice to you because he hopes he can hop on your dick someday. And honestly, I can't even flaw that mentality because unfortunately, this is true. A lot of times, a lot of same gender loving men will be so nice to you because they hope to turn you out. Not all the time, but this is true. But I will say though, that this is not a gay behavior. This is a human behavior because straight men do the exact same shit too. Because I've seen so many straight men who brag that they can turn turn out a woman who is clearly not interested in him. However, the truth is that a lot of majorities have main character syndrome. Narcissism has no bounds, and it takes somebody who's truly emotionally intelligent to be able to understand this. So you're just alone, bottled up with your own emotions, with your own pain. Your wife doesn't understand why you seem so distant, and sometimes in a desperate attempt to let go of those negative emotions, you cheat, you do all kinds of dumb shit. Your wife doesn't understand it, your family doesn't understand it, your so-called buddies don't understand it. You're consumed by shame and guilt, just pain everywhere. And this is part of the dangers of patriarchy. And this is why I do my best to fight this shit through God Almighty who strengthens me. Even though I am collecting insults on this app almost every day, but we thank God. It's just sad, but I'm the one who's not a real man. We thank God.
We thank God.
I ain't gonna lie to you. He spoke a lot of truth,
Baby.
but again,
Uh-huh.
I don't care what nobody say. The number one cause, root cause of what he hit it. He ain't have to say all that. It came from the parents.
Boom.
The ones that are going to not be accountable for it.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are not going to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to pause and think, well, maybe I was this or maybe I was. They're not going to do it. Not even a little bit.
Mm-mm. You know, I was very fortunate that Mama told me this, and now that she's gone, it resonates with me even stronger. And she gave me an apology of sorts. She didn't say I apologize. What she said was if I had to do it all over again, I would do it differently because I didn't let you have a child.
Oh, I thought she told you.
What?
I thought she told you clean up and get dressed. She's going to take you to Papa House.
You know what? Your face.
Straight up your face.
Right. I'm still walking shoes. Tell me how to go in there so we go to them the shoes. Okay. I was fortunate that too. My mother had told me that. Okay. And you know, in our conversation, she was acknowledging, you know, if I had to do this over again, you know, I would do this a little differently or whatever, because she said what I did was I relied on you because you showed me you can do it and I put it in your lap. I just gave it to you because it was one less thing that I had to worry about because I knew you could handle it. Okay. And so in that, you know, let's take that across the board with what we're talking about here, traditional relationships. Because my mother at that point was becoming, you know, even this is before she and my dad divorced, you know, I'm there, my sisters are born or whatever, but I'm the one that's helping her take care of them and my brother. My father was there, but daddy was a young man out and about, you know, he was working, so he went out to go hang with the fellas and this, that, and the other. You know, that whole guy thing that guys did back in the day. And, you know, beat his chest because I got a woman and I got kids. But daddy was young, you know, and trying to understand what being a man meant and things, and being the head of the household, what I say goes, and I make the final decisions. And my money is my money, but because his wife worked or whatever, then hell, he was trying to sit up there and take her money too. You know?
I had this conversation not a few days ago, Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. I had a conversation a few days ago with my first wife.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the subjects of it was the mistakes you make as an adolescent when you put into adult situations.
Mm-hmm.
When you are early, you know, a young married, person.
Mm-hmm.
You may have gotten married too young.
Right.
But
Right.
now you're in a position of maturity, but you're not mentally developed
Right.
position. You
Right.
may know skills, life skills, but you don't have life experience.
Mm.
So it became one of those things because, you know, she's really like a female best friend of me.
Right.
And,
Uh-huh.
and we talk about a lot of things. We confide in each other a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a way for her to get a male opinion that's genuine that she don't have to question.
Right.
And vice versa for me.
Right.
Because she, you know, I'll tell her what she bogus wrong.
Right.
And get on her and she'll do the same thing, you know, on purpose.
Right. Right.
And it's crazy because that conversation ended up being, you know, I guess this level of maturity that we had now,
Mm-hmm.
it became one of those apologetic conversations about your adolescent decisions.
Mm.
Feel me?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Because no matter when you hurt somebody, facts still remain you hurt.
Right.
So apologies are never too late. Acknowledgments are never too late.
Right.
Accountability can last a lifetime.
Yes. Yes.
So we need to stop thinking it's some type of sign of weakness for apology and accountability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Acknowledgement. That's the real AAA.
Uh-huh.
You know, we got to stop thinking that there's a weakness in that.
Mm-hmm.
And when there's a maturity in that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You want to say I'm a grown A man or I'm a grown A woman, then pick and choose your battles wisely.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, dissect the things that you done wrong instead of glorifying or making a stage play out of what the other person did wrong.
Ooh. Not a stage play.
Pull your parts out.
Right. Right.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. If you were so squeaky clean and full of glitter, glitz, and glam, guess what? The other half had no room to make no mistakes. He had no room to make no mistakes. She had no room in whatever direction you wanted. There was no room for mistakes.
Right.
If it was all it was cracked up to be.
Right. 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 There was no room for them. Wow.
You got to think about it. The relationships that last are the ones that stay devoured within one another.
Mm-hmm.
The minute you become devoured into something outside of it, you find comfort in a good morning on a text.
Right. Woo. Mm.
You find yourself in electronic conversations so much, so deep for so long that electronically you found the gall to type "I love you" to another person.
Mm. The text messaging. E-boos.
Inbox.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because how did you get there? There's a person that's breathing your space. You all are sharing the same air that's doing everything for you.
Mm-hmm.
And all this person over here is doing is saying good morning, hey beautiful, or good afternoon. Or it's your lunch conversation when you're not around.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You're making plans. How do you get that deep through electronics?
Mm.
Well, you got the real deal in front of you. And if there's anything wrong with what's going on what's in front of you, why are you not using that energy that you're using to chase behind somebody that don't even want you?
Right.
The only reason they mess with you now is because you got somebody. Because the minute you lose your husband or your wife, they're gone.
They're gone. Right. Right. No fun no more. It's no longer the chase.
So what is it that makes it worth the gamble? Because I've never seemed to understood that part.
Mhm.
Like a person just stood in front of you less than a foot and said, "Good morning, baby. How'd you sleep?" It was all right. I wasn't feeling too well. They walk out the room, and then there's nothing nigga that's probably waking and baking and everything else and drinking cognac like it's no tomorrow.
Right.
And all he say is,
Hey.
"Hey, yeah, hey." That nigga say, "Hey,
Hey.
and then you got them hit him back with, 'Good morning, love,' with a doggone heart and a smiley face. Now your stomach don't hurt."
Oh. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself.
Man, look.
Don't hurt yourself. Cause baby.
Do they know? Okay, I don't think the world knows this. All right.
I'm gonna solo you. Go ahead. I'm gonna take it. Go right there. I'm gonna solo you.
Ladies, if you haven't been paying attention to social media this year, most of these subject matters are about you. You have gone and decided in 2025 to lose your ever-loving mind. All the decisions that you have made this year, relationship-wise, have been the most ignorant thing I've seen in my life. Whether you hold a PhD or a GED or a certificate me or a sidewalk Hennessy,
I'm not looking at you.
whatever you had, whatever university you went to, from the hoedown to the lowdown, whatever one you went to, you're losing. Your behavior is not working. It is insane. It is absolutely ridiculous as a woman to think that you can fight against that spirit of Jezebel. You cannot fight this. You're dirty. I know it's bad. A lot of women want to argue that, oh, when a man doggone mess with multiple women, oh, it's chip off the block, or oh yeah, another notch on his belt. Yeah, high five. Okay, welcome to this planet that was built that way. It is not the man's fault. It is the world's fault. The only thing we can do is come together as one and change the narrative. But yes, you are a whore with multiple partners. There's no way around it. I don't care how much masculine energy you want to take on. You're a whore. Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. You're sure are a big whore, a little whore. You're a whore. But you can change it. I say this because some of y'all got to be smarter than the other ones. Take a step back and look at your friends. Just like tonight, we just accidentally come across, what was it? Trap what?
Trap and paint.
Trap and paint. It was used to be an elegant, ladylike gathering when the women got together and did a sip and paint with different types of wines and where they culture themselves and learn things. And they paint beautiful little pictures and they take them home to these significant others like, baby, look what I painted. Boom, that's a communication thing right there for you when you get home, building your household, building your marriage. He see that you enjoyed yourself while he took care of the home. Those type of things are really needed in the Black community. But no. The whorism is on an all-time high. When did all the dog? Now it's trap and paint. Now it's trap and paint. Now you're twerking and jerking and bopping and splitting, standing on your head with a paintbrush in your mouth. What is wrong with y'all? Ratchet bingo? Ooh, what? You grandma like that? Grandma can't twerk. Bro, I seen the commercial for Ratchet Bingo. The chair popping it, bro. Popping it. bow, bing, bow. B1, bing, bow,
Right.
bow, bow, bow. Work it, G78. What? Come on, bro. Make it make sense, man. You're destroying the men. Now you're going to go in the old folks' home and take bingo away? They can't twerk on them walkers. That's not right. Man, take accountability, man. Because I'm going to tell you off top. 2025, the vagina was the most destructive thing this year, not the president.
Oh, I missed that. Listen. Now he just said a few things up in there. And yeah.
Man, I'm ready to go now. Okay, I'm disgusted, bro. If I've seen anything about this story.
Okay. Yeah. Wait a minute. Let me get Tracy's comment. Okay, we shut it down because it's heavy, and I knew it was going to be heavy. Okay, emotional maturity is important. Now I walk away from anyone who tries to make me think I'm sensitive for trying to communicate effectively. Oh, that's interesting. That's good. Okay. He's like, wait a minute. It's not even, hey, it's what you're doing. No, it's not even what you're doing. It's WYD. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's listen. I'm going to shut this down because my part over here, it's heavy. Okay, this is very heavy. And when you're going through it and experiencing it and trying to make sense of it, it is. For all of y'all out there who may be going through whatever you're going through and trying to make it make sense. Okay, listen, we're gonna come back because I'm not done with this. I'm a couple of other points I want to bring out, but we're gonna digest this right now. Okay. In that, I want you guys to sit down there and do this for me. Not for me. Do it for yourself. Do this for yourself. I want you to get back into understanding what brings you your joy. What are your hobbies? What are the things that you like to do in life? What are the small things that bring you joy that nobody knows? Are you somebody who likes to color? Are you somebody who likes to pick flowers? Are you somebody who likes to take your shoes off and wiggle your toes in the grass or whatever? What are those small things that you wish a partner knew but don't, and never took the time to learn? What are those things? Write them down if you have to, okay? And start to study those because a part of intimacy, into me see. Did I catch that? Intimacy, into me see. See me. See who I am. The good, the bad, the ugly, the not so ugly, the not so good, the not so bad. You understand? Into me see. Because if you never taken that look, then you got to understand, you got to be intimate with yourself. And that don't mean jacking off all the time. Okay? It means getting into you. Yeah. Gladys Knight said this one time where they had released a live album that was recorded a long time ago, but it was lost. And so, the company ended up releasing it. She said, I was in the bathroom and I would listen to it because I had to get intimate with it. Okay. Which means I had to get really into it and listen deeply, understand it, dissect it, break it down, let it permeate who I am, let it get into my being, into my psyche, into my spirit. That's what we need to do. When you know how to do that for yourself, then you can teach others how to do that. And if they're unwilling to learn, then you know they're not the person for you. on that, let's shut this down so we can take all this in. Okay, take it all in. And yeah. So on that note, honey, listen, I finished all of your crumpets, baby, because the tea has been dished, and you have been dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meech and the big red fellow over there. Okay, the big guy ally, baby. Listen, if you love us like you say you do, honey, I want you guys to go and tell all your friends, your family, you know, your good Judies, your gal pals, honey, your guy Fridays, you know, your broad, your posse. Tell them to come over here to like, subscribe, to share. Share this video with them, and get your discussions going, honey. Don't just let it sit down here. Take these home. We do this so that the discussion can continue in your place. Okay? But if you hate us, honey, or didn't like something that was said, or thought this was that way, if you want a neck roll and finger snapping, all that good jazz, you can tell all of your motherfucking enemies, honey, to come over here and to like, subscribe, and to share, because we want you to know that any and everything that we're doing over here at 3 the Hard Way. Okay. Shout out to Nikki, honey. Okay. Any and everything that we're doing over here at 3 the Hard Way, honey, in any way, shape, style, form, and or fashion, will move forward. So on that note, my darling, we're gonna let you guys go. We're processing. I'm gonna let my brother have a minute, honey. He said, well, I got to go. So let me shut this down. Okay. And we're gonna let you guys go. So until the next time, honey. And scene, honey, scene, chat. Yes, yes, yes.